Welcome to NETA CP YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing problem CRA elimination from yesterday's Code Forces round 751 of Division 2. Let's read the problem statement once. We are given an array A consisting of n non-negative integers, and then they have defined an operation called elimination with an integer parameter k which can take values from 1 till n, where n is the size of the array. Now there are three steps. In the first step, we choose k distinct array indices and then calculate x as the bitwise end of all the elements present in those k indices, and then subtract x from each of the k chosen indices, and all the other n minus k elements remain untouched. Let us see this by taking an example. Let's say the array is 13, 7, 25 and 19. 25 and 19. um, Now let's say we took the value of k as 2. We can choose any value of k, but it has to be within 1 till 4, 1 to 4, because here the value of n is, the size of array is 4, so k can only be 1, 2, 3 or 4. So when k equals to 2, then we can choose any index. Let's say we chose the first and the fourth index. So we chose the fourth and the first index, that is 13 and 19. Now the value of x will be the bitwise AND of these two elements, 13 and 19. Uh, let's see what the binary representation of 13 is. Before that, let me write this: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, and 19 will be similarly 16, plus 3, 19. So you can see these are the value of the individual bit position. So 13 is 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 1, 13, and here it will be 16 plus 2, 18, 18 plus 1, 19. So the bitwise AND of these two will be 1 and 1 will be 1, 0 and 1 will be 0, 1 and 0 will again be 0, this will also be 0, this will also be 0. So the value of x equals to 1, right? So now we'll subtract x equals to 1 from those two chosen k indices. So 13 minus 1 will become now 12, and 19 minus 1 will become 18, and the rest two indices will remain the same. So now the array is 12, 7, 25 and 18. This is the new array after we perform the elimination operation. Now let's read further. Find all possible values of k such that it's possible to make all elements of array equal to 0 using a finite number of operations with that parameter k. Now it is asked that when we chose k equals to 2, so in a finite number of operations, after performing that elimination operation finitely, the all of the values of array becomes 0. We have to find those values of k such that after performing finite number of elimination operations, all the elements of the array becomes 0. Now it can be proven that exists at least one possible k for any array A. We will see how it can be proved. Then they have given us the input format and the output format, which we will just come to later. And then we have one example, sample test cases. So let's take this test case 13, 7, 25 and 19, which we took earlier also, and see. Uh, this is the value of array 13, 7, 25 and 19. I have written down the binary representation of all the elements. These are the binary representation of all the elements. For the moment, forget this line and read from the red ink. Now the possible values of k are what? K's value can range from 1 till n, right? So k's value here will range from 1 to 4, because 4 here was the size of the array, right? So k's value, possible values of k initially is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have to find for which values of k we can satisfy the problem statement. Now let's say k equals to, when we take k equals to 1, we can choose only one index, right? We can choose one index, and then the value of x will be ai itself, because there is only one element. So the and of only one element is the element itself, right? So ai, and then ai will replace ai in the third step, will replace ai with ai minus x. And x value here is ai itself, so ai's value will become 0. So see the process here. 13, when we, for k equals to 1, we suppose, let's say we chose the first index 13, and then we will subtract x's value will become 13, and then we subtract 13 from 13 and it will become 0. And then 7 will, similarly for the second index it will become 0. For the third, again it will x value will become 25, and then subtracting 25 from x, which is 25, it becomes 0 again. So in 4 operations, when k equals to 1, in 4 operations we can make all of the elements of the array equal to 0. Now this is that particular k equals to 1 case where we are, when we can be given any array and it will still result in 0. And will still result in 0. We will need n operations for that. In each operation will choose one index and make it 0, right? So there are maximum n operations, and hence we have proved that statement here, that it can be proven that at least one, there exists at least one possible k for any array A. And you can also observe this in the output, sample output, that for all the five test cases, one is always there, one is always present, right? Now what can we do for other values of a when k is not equal to 1? So when k is equal to 2, let's say, then we have to choose any two indices and perform the same operations for finite number of times till all the values of array becomes 0. Now it is also possible that even if you perform extensively, the all of the values of the array does not become 0. So we have to see those cases where it does not become 0. Now here is where this count of set bits come. Basically this is in this column, in this first column there are 4 set bits, right? Set bits means those bit whose value is 1. So there are 4 set bits in this column. In the next column, there are 2 set bits. Again in the third column there are 2 set bits again. In the fourth, 2 set bits. In the fifth, again there are 2 set bits. Now see, when k equals to 2, So I have written it all here, and this is the value of the array, and this is a binary representation. This is the count of set bits. And now for k equals to 2, we suppose we chose the first and the second index 13 and 7, so the value of x will be 13 and 7. So the value of 13 and 7 will become 5. So x is now 5. So now we'll replace 13 with 13 minus 5, that is equal to 8, and the binary representation of 8 is this, right? And similarly for 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, and its binary representation is this. Now see the pattern here. 13 was initially the element at the first index was 0 1 1 0 1, and after performing the operation, now it is this 0 1 0 0 1. So basically those set bits, um, so basically those values which were 0 initially are still 0, but those set bits, some set bits have become unset, that is some bits whose value was 1 now has become 0. So see, so which values have become 1, which have become 0? So this basically this 4 and the 1, this and this have become 0, and that is because these two were the columns where both the set bits, both of them had set bits. So when we choose k equals to 2, and in those columns where both of the set bits are when both of them are set bits, bo- the values of 1 is the values of the bit are 1 in both the in all the k chosen indices, then those 1 becomes 0, right? This value and this value is now 0 after performing the operation. See, now 13 has, this will become 8, and this is 2 now. And again, so now we can choose two other indices. Suppose we choose this and this 8 and 25. So again, 1 is here in both the cases, so it will again become 0, right? And all of them will remain same, because here not both of them have set bits. Now we choose suppose 25 and 19, so this will become 0 again, because both of them have set bits. This will also become 0, and finally we chose this two, so this will become again 0, and this will 0. Now all of them have become equal to 0, and that is so what we could see was that for each column, if there exists, if um, we could choose two k indices, such k indices, and then all of them become 0. So suppose it was suppose in this column there was two, initially there were two set bits, and in one operation we could choose both of them at one time and make both of them 0, right? But suppose this were 3, there were 3 set bits initially, so in one operation we could choose only 2 of them, and the third set bit will remain set, because we could not take it with, we cannot pair it with another, um, with some other bits in this column itself, because we can choose only two indices. So we can see here that if the count of set bits in each column is divisible by the value of k we chose, then we can always take, suppose k equals to 3, and the count of set bits were 9, so we could first take the three set bits, and then another, we could again take 3 and 3, so all of the 9 set bits will become 0. But suppose there were only 7 set bits, which is not divisible by 3. So we cannot take all of the 7 set bits and make them 0. At max we can only take 6 set bits and make them 0 in 2 operations. So one set bit will always remain here if it is not divisible by k. So, and that is what our solution is. At first we took input of t, and for each t test case we are taking input of n and then an. And here then we have to count the number of set bits, we have declared an array declared an array bit of 30, because here the maximum value of ai could be 2 to the power 30, right? So it will never touch 2 to the power 30, it will be less than 2 to the power 30. So at max we can declare the value of I then can be ranged from 0 to 29, which are so total in 30. So bit, the size of bit will be 30. And for each column here, right, for each column we are taking we are counting the number of set bits in each of the for each of the array elements. So suppose I equals to 0, when I equals to 0, that is this column. So for I, when I is equals to 0, the value of here is 2 to the power 0, which is 1, and we are counting this number of set bits for each of the elements of the array in that column only. So here this will become, so aj, suppose when j equals to 0, so aj is 13, aj is 13, right? And 13 at the 13 in the initially there was set bit in the first column. So it will return 1, right? It will not return 0, it will return 0 only when aj in that column is 0. So so if there is set bit in that column for that particular element, then we will increase the count of a set bit in that column. It's in that column, right? And this is the way we will calculate the count of set bits for each column. Now for the possible values of k is from 1 till n, and we will see for each column if that total count of set bit is divisible by k, right? If it is divisible by k, if it is not divisible by k, then we will make flag value as 1 and will break, because if it is not, for each column the count of set bits has to be divisible by k in order to make all of the elements 0. So if any of the column is not divisible by k, then we will break here and we will say that only when flag's value is 0, that is all of the count of set bits for each of the column is divisible by k, then only then it is possible to make all of the elements of the array 0, and then only we will display k. Hope this was clear. I'll also put the solution link in the description box, so you can go through it once, and if there are any doubts you can put it in the comment section. I'll try to clear it. Thank you for watching.